I liked our energy today. Practice yesterday was very spirited, got the things done that we needed to. Shoot around was very serious and focused, but understanding what we need to do tonight to play against a good Sacramento team.
Group has had to deal with its share of adversity with injuries and players missing time. How do you think this group can respond to Franz being out for an extended stretch?
You know, that's the interesting part about going through it over the years that we've been here. Guys have found a way to step up in these moments, and that's what we're going to just keep asking guys to do. Nobody's feeling sorry for us, and we know we've got a job to do every time we step on the floor. And the guys that are called upon to play their minutes are going to play them hard and play them the way we know how to play Magic basketball.
All-Star break basketball is different. What makes this stretch of the season, kind of special?
The intensity, the focus level of knowing what each team is trying to achieve. Guys are, the teams that may not be in the hunt for the playoffs or have guys that are trying to vie for position, contracts, and all those things. So our guys are very aware of that. So on any given night, any team is capable. So having the level of focus and seriousness every time you step on the floor is going to be important.
Hey, coach over here. What have you seen the opposition, the opponent, try to do with Paolo and the way they guard him, and how has he reacted to that, do you think, this season?
Yeah, I mean, the moment he steps on the floor, and I've said this time and time again, he draws two. I mean, there's not a time where he doesn't have bodies and eyes on him. So if he's coming down the middle of the floor, he's seeing boxes and elbows. Guys are, loaded up to make sure he's not getting downhill, which he's, tends to get downhill and attack and get free throws. If he's on the side of the floor, teams are loaded up, not giving him space. So they're just finding different ways to make him have to, continue to trust his teammates, making the right play, making the right pass, doing that early on. So then it opens up the floor for him as the game goes on.
The injuries to really key players for Sacramento, a lot of the rookies have had big roles, bigger than expected. What are you seeing in scouting them from some of the guys like Neek and Max?
Yeah, I think those guys just play hard. I think Neek is coming off of a career high, just being able to make shots, knock shots down. Ex-Colorado kid, then Colorado State, but his ability to just find his shot. You can see the teammates, just supporting him, and you can see the energy that bench provides when he's out there getting it going. Max has done a great job of just being able to rebound the basketball, looking for duck-ins, hustle plays, hustle points has been, his thing. And I think that's, what those guys are looking to do every time they step on the floor.
Coach, you're in your fifth year. Doug's in his first full year. Can you speak to the growing pains, if you will, of taking over a job, a head coaching job, and some of the things you learn over the years that, now you look back, it's like, man, I learned so much even in this short amount of time.
Yeah, you're like, if I knew then what I know now. Yeah, I think there's just, you have to go through it. You're growing with a group, and he's got young guys that you continue to grow with. You lean on your veterans, but you have to set a standard of how you want to be moving forward. It's not just not that year. It's a stage that you want to set, for the culture that you're building from not just this year, but the next 2, 3, 4 years going on. So understanding what your identity is going to be night in and night out. And then you have to grow with the group, but also understand what you need to demand of them every single night that they step on the floor.
Where do you feel like you are right now, as far as your coaching status? Because the team probably had greater expectations, as usually teams do have. But how do you feel about it? This season and what you're learning.
I'm learning a ton. I think it goes back, because that was a great question before, is just the ability, what you start off with and where you are to now. And the expectations rise every year. And so as a coach, you need to grow, and you need to rise every year with that expectation. Now, some things will change that because of whatever's happening within your team, be injuries or the schedule. But you have to make sure that you're growing with the team just the same. The way you're demanding things, the way you're expecting things from them, as well as yourself and your staff. But we've got to continue to grow and continue to get better and demand the same standard every single night.
And with that said, besides growing, what would you like? What are other things that you like to see, in this last stretch?
I'd like to, one, stay healthy. That would be the highest priority. But other than that, just our level of focus and seriousness as we step into every single game, knowing that none of these games are going to be easy, and that we've got to make sure we're game planning the right way, understanding the game plan as we walk into it, with each guy knowing who they're playing, the personnel, all those small details that gets you prepared for playoff basketball. Thank you.